Well, campaigns are kicking into high gear as we get closer and closer to the 2024 general election.
And tonight, a panel of experts sat down in front of the Lancaster County community in hopes of building more trust in the voting process. Fox 43's Logan Perone live in downtown Lancaster tonight to explain what the discussion was about.
Yeah, good evening, Evan and Amy. Listen, experts from across the state, as well as locally here in Lancaster, came to the Ware Center and talked about a variety of topics. They talked about election misinformation, election integrity, and more. I was able to catch up with the moderator as well as community members to talk about the importance of this discussion. If there's an election being held, you can count on Lancaster County's Brenda Sieglitz to cast her vote.
I don't think I've ever missed an election. I remember coming home from a work trip and getting to the poll place 5 minutes before it closed, driving my camper.
She joined other community members at the Ware Center in Lancaster to hear experts discuss the importance of trust in elections.
While I believe in the election process, I certainly want to see what's being done to validate election results.
The forum focused on what's new for Pennsylvania's elections in 2024 and combating election interference, among other topics. Members of the panel also took questions from prospective voters.
So the idea of going in and trying to change something or what have you is not possible with our system.
We met with moderator Dr. Stephen Medvick ahead of the public event at Franklin and Marshall College.
Part of the goal here is to build confidence in the election process.
That includes breaking down the process to the people who will go to the polls.
There are a lot of checks along the way, all kinds of checks to make sure that ballots are handled properly, that votes are counted, legitimate votes are counted, and only legitimate votes are counted.
Pennsylvania also does 2 separate audits for elections, and the people working the polls are trained and in some cases even elected. This, Dr. Medvick says, is important for people to know, especially given the Commonwealth's reputation as a battleground state.
In some ways, all eyes are going to be on Pennsylvania. There's only a handful of states that are going to be as close and as competitive as Pennsylvania.
In a competitive race, every vote counts, and Brenda says voters should be active in their local elections and ask questions before they go to the polls.
I think there's lots of great ways to get involved where you can see it with your own eyes that it's a trusted process.
One of the most timely topics talked about tonight was the changes that are coming to the Pennsylvania elections in 2024. You can find those on our website, fox43.com. And in the meantime, just remember, 77 days out until the Pennsylvania primaries. Those are on April 23rd. In Lancaster, Logan Perone, Fox 43 News.
All right, Logan.